Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saturday morning. On Saturdays, what I normally do is go through a book review. And I read a book over the Christmas period, and I've got to say it was unbelievable. It was simply fantastic. It was called Endurance. And I wouldn't normally have read this book myself. And the only reason I read it is because I listened to a podcast called My First Million. And one of the hosts on there said this was his book of his year. And I was like, oh my God, if he says his book of his year, I'm going to read it. Basically, Endurance is about a voyage in a ship. And they was going to an expedition to the North Pole, and basically he got loads of men there, but they never actually got to the North Cave. They got surrounded by ice, and they couldn't move the ship. And over time, the boat just disintegrated, and they had to live on this boat, killing seals, etc. And then when the boat finally sank, then they had to go out on foot and take their dinghies or little small boats. It was just an incredible, incredible story. I believe it was around about 14 months that they was actually out of the from one port to the next, and it was an incredible story of survival and how they actually did it. And it's all from the logs that they had. They kept their sailors' logs, their captains' logs, etc. And this book is all based upon those. I mean, it's tremendous. And the reason I read it is because the guy, one of the hosts on My First Million, says that we don't realize how soft we are, how easy we've got it. And he said, I wanted to read this book because I wanted to feel a little bit of pain, what they was going through, but not really feel the pain, but I can semi-feel the pain from the outside looking in. And I was like, oh yeah, we do have it so easy. I mean, one of those guys on My First Million actually goes and gets punched every Friday boxing lesson because he thinks we got it too easy and we're too soft. And to be honest, there's part of me that agrees with him. We have got it too easy. We have got it too soft. I was walking to school this morning with the kids. I'm recording this on Wednesday, and it was freezing, absolutely bloody freezing. I'm like, come on, get a grip. Is it really freezing? Well, it is freezing, but is it really that cold? You're going half an hour back, get a bloody grip. See, we've got it too easy. We complain too easy. And really, life is just become too easy for us human beings. We're in a lovely house with central heating. We've got a roof over our head. We don't get wet and stuff. And these guys had to basically be soggy for 14 months, be wet, be homeless, live on a boat, live on a massive big ice cap. It was unbelievable. One of them, they had to operate on him and chop his toes off. Another person had a massive big boil the size of a football on his bum, and they had to cut that open and get 2.5 pints out of it. Then they had to, when they finally managed to find land, because they took the boats and they sailed off to this, what was it? I've forgotten the name of the island. Damn it, I've forgotten. Anyway, they finally got to this island. They was in the wrong place. They had to sail round the island to get to the port, and it was impossible. The ship wouldn't last to go 126 miles around the island to where they need to be. And the only way they could do it was by over the mountains. Over the mountains, I think it's about 20,000 feet high. So not. Was it 20,000? Anyway, so they said in the book, it's not the biggest mountain in the world, but it's a huge mountain. These are sailors. These aren't mountaineers. And they had to get nails off the boat, actually, where the wood has fastened bits of wood together for the boat. They had to get them nails out and fasten them to the shoes. And then they had to scale this mountain. It was incredible. And it's never, ever been done before. Nobody has ever scaled that mountain. It was in 1917, I think it was, somewhere around there, at the time this happened. And I think in 1945, somebody actually tried to do what they did. And these were mountaineers with professional kit. They knew exactly what they was getting themselves into. They had all the snow equipment. They had all the climbing equipment. They had the clothes. These guys had nothing, and they scaled this mountain and finally made it down to the other side. It's just an amazing story, heartwarming, heart-wrenching. I cried at the end. I was cleaning up tea. I've got to listen to this. And the wife came in when I was cleaning up tea, and I just had to tell her, I was like, I'm all right. I'm fine. They made it. I'm genuinely tearing up now, because it was only a few days ago that I finished it. I was like, oh, they've made it. They've actually made it. They've made it. They've made it to the home, and they're going to be okay. They're going to get a search party out to the other people they left on the island. Do you know what? I'm probably not. Probably my my positivity about the book is probably doing it justice, but the way I articulate it hasn't probably done the book justice. But please read this book. It is incredible. I was not interested in ships, sailing, none of that, but endurance, and how far that the human body can be pushed and how easy we've got it now. I mean, taking your toes off. And he woke up and just goes, when he kissed they knocked him out somehow with his sedatives or something. And when he came around, he goes, pass us a cigarette. Like, that's what he wanted, a cigarette. I mean, he'd just been, I mean, there was, you couldn't even cleanse and clean him properly because there was nothing there, and just chopped off his toenails. And there was having hot sugar, warm sugar as drinks. That's all they could have on the boat when they had a boat. Then there was killing seals, and there was having seal blubber and seal steaks and stuff. That's all there was having. And at times when the seals migrated for the winter, there was no seals around, so they literally couldn't have and eat anything. They had really, really small rations. And then when the seals came back, they would go outside and they would club the seals some more and bring back, some seals, and it was all right for meat for a little bit of time. Then they killed the dogs, and they had to eat the dogs. They had dogs, and it was unbelievable. I don't think I can do this justice. Please, if you're listening, buy Endurance, buy that book. It's an eye-opener into what we are capable of and what we can endure and how amazing we are as human beings. And it's not until we're pushed to the limit so we really know what we can achieve. And I promise you right now, listen to this, not one of us has been pushed, not one of us. We're all living in our comfort zone, and that is absolutely fine. And that's what life's all about, being comfortable. We want to be comfortable, of course we do. But equally, ultimately, you don't grow in your comfort zone. I'm not saying that I want to be on a shipwreck whatsoever. I don't want to go through that. I don't need to go through that. I'm quite happy reading the book and just looking back at my life and thinking, oh, fucking hell, I've got it real easy. Read the book, guys. It is a wonderful book. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.